Make48 is possibility.
Team building.
Community.
Exhilarating.
Awesome!
Everybody, welcome to Make48 Wichita 2022.
Make48 is a challenge where teams from around the community with any level of experience are able to come to a makerspace and collaborate with talented tool technicians to create a brand new prototype in just 48 hours. And they're going to pitch in front of judges who are going to select a winner who wins a cash prize and a chance to go on to nationals.
Let's hear it for the teams. First of all, with Team Metaphors.
Rebecca and I met through work. We're both middle school teachers. We became fast friends, and now, in addition to being colleagues, we like to go on our own creative adventures. Metaphors be with you.
Team Andover.
So we started off with 3 people who is our team captain, and she came for the introduction night and then got sick overnight, and so we have had just the 2 of us.
We all go to either Andover High School or Andover Central High School. I'm friends with Aiden, and he actually asked if I wanted to do this. Obviously I said yes, and here we are today, so yeah.
That one team.
First I was gonna participate with Celine as my girlfriend. At the same time, Irene was talking to me. She was asking me about competition because she was thinking about participating in it. And I was like, okay, so how many people do you have in? She was like, well, it's me and another friend.
We all had common friends. It's just we'd never seen each other and talked face to face, so we hit it off pretty quick.
Team L Quadratics.
Our last names are all Leatherman, and we wanted to kind of incorporate that since we're a family team. And we chose an L Quadratics because there are 4 of us, so together we make a solid team.
I'm Lacey, this is my dad Jay, sister-in-law Joe, and brother Justin. I roped these guys into doing it with me a couple weeks ago at family dinner.
Team IC Tech 1.0.
And we all went to Wichita Collegiate School, which is right down the road from Wichita State University. I am currently a sophomore now here at WSU, and I was asked by their innovation lab teacher to become the captain of this team.
A lot of us, we have past experiences working with each other, and then Harry was interested in becoming a part of the robotics team, so this is our first time with us.
Team Sweet Tarts.
We are made up of 3 incoming freshmen from Belle Plaine High School, or we'll be going into Belle Plaine High School, and then I'm a Belle Plaine alum. I currently go to McPherson College. So my sister over here registered us for a team, and they needed an 18 and up sponsor to kind of supervise them for the weekend. So she was the one who initiated the idea of this and kind of signed me up before I had even known, but it's been a lot of fun so far, so not too mad either.
Team M and SW.
So our team name is MSW, which stands for Math and Star Wars, and that's essentially how the 3 of us actually came together. There's a math teacher that loves Star Wars, and she's able to inspire a lot of students to do that. Our team member composes of essentially a professional college student and then also a high schooler.
The Lukewarm Chili Peppers!
Jerome and I had competed in this competition last year, and we wanted to come back, and we recruited the smartest people we knew, although they weren't able to make it, but these guys were free, so here we are.
Well, and you guys had to laugh harder. Remember I told you to laugh?
We've also brought in a couple of expert master gardeners to help you out. So we have Cindy McMurray, Charles Austin, and Sherry Skinner. This year's challenge for Make48 Wichita is community gardening. There are certain areas of Wichita that live in a food desert. Transportation to community gardens is not easy for some. To begin, there will be a shipping container with solar panels installed. This container will be filled with everything needed to start a community garden and ship it to locations around Wichita. The purpose is to make community gardening more accessible to everyone within walking distance. We want to create friendships, encourage hands-on learning for all ages, and help those involved learn how to become more self-sufficient. For your innovation, you're going to need to pick one of the following topics: recycling food scraps and light garden waste, composting, shade for certain plants, seedling starting, storage of supplies, irrigation and rain harvesting, solar power and usage, transporting waste to the garden or taking produce home, planting and harvesting raised and traditional garden beds, pests, bugs, and vermin, and relaxation, an area to meditate. Let's start the clock. 4, 3, 2, 1. Make 48!
Challenge. We had a broad range of thoughts. We definitely went out and thought about how different aspects of this challenge can be narrowed down, and we even had big pieces that we broke down into smaller pieces, and then we thought, how can these smaller components fit together to match more of the items on the list in the challenge.
A lot of the research that we've consulted so far indicates personnel issues being a big issue. So people being available to water the garden, or people having a way to take things to and from the garden, and what to do with their waste.
We're also thinking of doing an aquaponics bay. An aquaponics bay is where you have fish in the bottom and you feed them, and then that provides nutrients and water to the plant up top.
One, it's going to be cheaper, but two, it's community engaging, right? We're engaging kids, middle-aged folks, young, old folks to get involved in helping the community compost better.
I don't know, y'all. I'm not really sure about anything gardening. Again, I kill cactuses every day. I'm looking at problems to try to find solutions. And then every time I'm like, oh, I think I have an idea, I turn around and I find someone else already did that.
This is my 7th or 8th, at least, Make 48 event that I've gone to. The teams have to make sure that they are not infringing an existing product. And so my job is to do a very quick patent search to make sure that they are not infringing an existing patent. All right, welcome. What do you guys have? Here's a modular aquaponics system. It's expired, it's an application, it never became a patent. They say they have one arm and it goes out and in. If yours goes out, down and in, it still goes out and in. So it's still infringed. You have to remove an element from their claim rather than adding to it. I don't see any infringement issues, and it may be patentable. So there are only 38 patents or references that have the word seedling starter in them. I'm not seeing anything here, guys. This does not happen. Every team has come in. I found nothing this time.
Oh, really?
Thanks for your time.
Of course, yeah. Good luck. We'll talk soon, I'm sure. Yeah.
We have two good ideas and we don't know which one.
They're both good ideas. So, like we said, one is visually stunning. It's going to cost more.
That's going to be hard to let go of.
And one is very practical.
When we've joined together in competitions before, we've had a group of students with us, which has been great to advocate for their ideas. And now we get to have a chance to let our ideas shine as well.
Oftentimes we're so busy being moms and teachers that we don't get to nurture our own growth, and spending 48 hours to do just that has been amazing.
How many gallons are in your pipe?
The pipe, like inside of the pipes?
Yeah, like how much can it hold?
Not quite sure. Well, there won't even be probably a gallon within the pipe.
I'm a student here, so I'm actually the president of Green Group, so I maintain the community garden, and I'm majoring in geology, botany, and horticulture, but that really helps me to know exactly how to do this challenge.
Those are the engineering calculations you need to do because you have to have a certain amount of water for your fish in order to support your fish life.
Make 48 is ideation.
Fast.
The future.
It's inspiring.
Empowering.
We've been doing it since the beginning. Okay, we are going to the hardware store. We've got all the teams represented on the bus, and we're going to go in with a $200 gift card, and it's going to be shopping like crazy. So we're going to descend upon them like in a zombie apocalypse.
We're going to go buy some acrylic sheets, some mesh, some suction cups, and then pretty much anything else we think of while we're there.
All right, everybody, I'm here with Kelly from Star Lumber, and they have been really great in giving us all of the teams $200 to spend at Star Lumber to help with their innovations. So let's give a big hand to Star Lumber. You have 1 hour starting now. Let's go.
I don't think we're gonna find a tent pole, but we need a tent pole. Buckets, latches, God's got the list.
What's your idea? What do you need the suction cup for?
It's like a planter that you stick onto like windows and things like that, and then it has like a drainage system in it, and then you take out like the inner part of it to carry to the community garden. So it's like a seedling starter.
Okay.
Is there any help here? Is anybody home?
What do you guys build?
Compost boxes? We need to pretty much build one of those for a demonstration.
Good.
Yes.
Cedar's probably the best
Got it,
material
okay.
for that.
Perfect. Thank you.
We do a little pose, you know. Don't do it, God. I don't know you. I've never met you before in my whole life.
We found, I think, one thing we needed,
Yeah.
so we're gonna come up with some new ideas this afternoon.
Yeah, we're gonna be cutting that into smaller pieces.
I wonder how that's gonna fit in the bus.
We'll figure it out.
The two techs have tremendously been awesome. Having the two tech being there to essentially guide us through the process of designing, then actually building it for us has been the great part of Make48.
My name's Katie Huffman. I'm here from Onshape. Onshape is the exclusive CAD system that Make48 is using. So Onshape allows us to really create the different components and kind of bring their ideas into kind of a visual working model that they can then 3D print or laser cut or just use as kind of a reference to build in the shop.
You go from really ugly duckling to a beautiful CAD design with the talent of these ladies and their great software. Look at this beautiful pine tree. It looks like something Santa Claus would put some presents underneath.
If you just hit play here, you'll see it's gonna slide in and out there. So if you want to that's a really nice way if you want to capture like a video recording without having to actually move it with your mouse.
I'm here as a tool tech in the textiles venue. So let's say maybe an awning was needed to be produced, or a garden apron, or anything having to do with textiles, fabrics. We do logos, embroidery, or stitch on.
So I generally work on woodworking. I kind of run the wood shop here, do all the power tools. I also do a little bit of metalworking and some CNCing. So your goal is this is going to be on the dirt and the auger is going to be in there. And it's going to be below the bottom, right?
Yes. They're wanting to put legs. So what this plywood is imitating is the ground.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
No, I copy that.
So we just need to put a base on here.
4 legs and then find the center, right?
Yeah.
So one base, 29 by 29.
No,
Two bases.
2 bases, 29 by 29.
Got it. And then we still got to do the gearbox.
Yes.
There's so much we have left.
You guys are going to be here late.
Yes.
We'll be ready.
We have to go.
We might need to take a nap because it's going to be a long night.
I mentor in the wood shop and the metal shop.
So that's what we need 3D print.
Yeah.
Good with
and
that?
So, and that piece there would take a couple of hours to print.
Okay.
It's very doable, and the others could be easily laser cut or on the laser engraver, either out of wood or acrylic or something.
So a lot of teams have been trying to 3D print stuff, so I've been helping with that. But then also, I've been trying to convince more people to use the laser. I think there's a lot of capabilities that people aren't aware of. You can get the same thickness you'd want on 3D print, but in 1/8 of the time, potentially, depending on how long the print would originally be. So if I did it that way, you're gonna have to dig out all the support material. That's what I was thinking. That's a nightmare. Okay. If it's okay with you guys, I would probably prefer to print it on this part, and then you're just gonna have to grind it a little more. That's fine. Okay.
Oh, I'm the dreamer. They make it happen. I'm the visionary, crazy idea, part of the team. What about this? Can we do this? What if we use that?
I always try to keep her grounded. What's realistic? You know, what can be made easy and it still work, that type of thing.
Dad, for shipping, our dowel rod legs would have to fit on the inside of this. Our vinyl bag will fold down, and then the 2 legs, so it'll be, 2 times this is how 1 dowel rod, 2 dowel rods.
To ship it, you just take it apart.
Right, but you gotta put the dowel rods across it.
Put them under it.
Under it, on top of it, wherever you want to put them.
That's right.
They go in it, we can put the latches in it, self-contained. Dad, just love my latches.
Okay, I'll try to love your latches, but I don't think I really do.
The latches are gonna be the coolest part of the whole thing.
They'll just have to set across it.
make the fish part very simple to understand.
Very
simple. You can buy a fish, it comes just like steaks online now, you know.
I think once Josh gets back, we can take a break for lunch, run through the pitch a couple more times. What are we missing? I just want to procrastinate the video for as long as possible.
You're filming him having a mental breakdown.
Just add dramatic music behind it, and he's like crying.
Right now, we're mostly working on the prices and trying to figure everything, like how big everything is and how much of everything we're gonna need.
What's the name you have for this?
We did not have a name yet.
The names are going to be important for you because a really simple name explains it.
Our self-contained, portable watering buddy.
Porta pot.
Watering buddy. Yeah. I know. We gotta name it. We gotta come up with something cool. Porta potty.
Once this finishes drying, we are heading home and going to bed, so almost done.
Make48 is a learning experience.
Enabling.
It's a challenging experience.
Intense.
Stressful.
I think winning for our team means that inventing really is something that people can take on, and having that community of great thinkers together can make an idea grow and blossom.
I just think that winning would mean a lot, not really for us or as a team, but just like the community and communities in need, food deserts, and people that really need these gardens to help them with their food and make their lives better.
Just because like you're young and don't have as much experience doesn't mean that you can't win and that you can't succeed in like what you're doing.
All right, everybody, good evening and welcome to Make48 Wichita 2022. I have the pleasure, the honor of introducing our judges. First, from Spirit Aero Systems, Jennifer Marshall.
I'll be looking for just new ideas, also just how well made they are, or how easy to use, that someone could come up who doesn't have very much experience, be able to put them to use.
From Koch Industries, Bill Bender.
I'm mainly going to be looking for things that will facilitate community gardening. So how can the innovation be placed in a community so that a few hundred homes and the people there can come and participate in an effective way to help make their own food?
From Rise Farm and Firefly Farms, Leah Danner Garsha.
I think one of the most important things to me is practicality, implementation. I would like to see a project move on and go through future steps to fruition and implementation.
We've all heard enough of me, so our very first pitch is Metaphors.
Our SoPod has the tiny C inside of it. So one of the things that we were looking at is how to make the seeds more accessible and easy to tell apart in a hand or on top of dirt, and so that they could be planted apart in the correct distance and the correct depth. The plunger goes up, the seed goes into the side, you set it on top of the soil, your seed will be inside the soil 1 inch deep.
M&SW.
So we came together, with different life cycle here, and we started talking. How do we get people to come to this community center? And these three engineers go, art. So this here is a contraption that's called the Transegrity.
The windmill up top, it would essentially make water come through these tubes.
When wind blows, then it will water the plant.
Our next presenters are Andover.
So this motor would be connected to an app, and whenever it stays open during the day, and then during the middle of the day, whenever the sun is damaging, and the UV rays are like right down on it, it'll actually close up.
That one team.
We do have a product, we call it the Transformer. This is a tool that transforms to your every need. You're gonna have to have it, y'all. It features a twist and snap mechanism, an adjustable handle, and multiple attachments.
With our twist and snap mechanism, you can easily, with the push of a button and a turn of a handle, be going to any tool that you need.
And besides those packages, we're also going to be having different attachments. We're going to have all, even for the sheeps.
And when you did your video, I want to know who let you in my garage to have all that stuff all over like that?
The Sweet Tarts.
The Grocher is a seedling starter, so you can kickstart the community garden in the comfort of your home, office, school, or dorm room.
Place the inner box into the main frame and watch as your seeds turn into seedlings. After the seedlings have outgrown the container, remove the box and take it back to your community garden.
IC Tech 1.0.
So here is our MAPS, the modular aquaponics system. An aquaponics system is where you have a tray that has water in it and has fish, crawdads, or any aquatic creature. When you feed these creatures, they produce waste that is then picked up by the pump, that is then filtered up to here, and it runs through the entire system. In the future, a lot of aquaponics bays, they'll become self-sustaining, and the roots themselves will even provide nutrients within the water that automatically feeds the fish.
L Quadratics.
And we are so thrilled to introduce you to the HydroPal.
You're ready to fill the UV-resistant reservoir with enough water to hydrate your plants for the next 4 to 5 days.
So it consists of a base that houses the components, pump, motor, safety switch, which was really important so you didn't burn up your motor, powered by the solar power and battery that's on top.
Lukewarm chili peppers.
How many of you have experience with composting? I didn't until 48 hours ago.
So, introducing ComCrank. ComCrank is a revolutionary semi-automated tool or enhancement for making your composting a lot better than you currently do.
So now you will be curious about what your wallet say, all right? This product, $149, take you home.
So if I have a lot of material and it gets composted and it gets denser and denser, do I get to a situation where if I'm an older person or a younger person, I can't turn the crank?
Yes, sir, you're completely right. And so in the final this is just a prototype, and maybe if we had more than, if this was Make72, we'd be able to do that.
Tom, write that down. Write that down. Make72. The presentations are over. The prototypes are built. Now, everything's done but the waiting.
The lukewarm chili peppers and their ComCrank.
It seems like it'd be easy to use. They'd have to really get the design of the auger blade right to manage the density and the weight of the compost, whatever was going to go in here.
That was my concern.
Yeah. So this is the L Quadratic team, and their innovation is the HydroPal.
Having just put a drip system or a soaker hose system into my gardens, it really piques my interest.
So this is the metaphors, and their design is called the Sow Pod. Punch it through. Did I do it? Yeah. My one concern is that you can't cover it with soil.
What I like about it is if you're an amateur and you're the first-time gardener, you have a map. So if you get one that meets your geography,
yes,
you could.
Do you guys remember 48 hours ago plus some change? You were so young. You didn't know what you were going to build. You didn't know what you were going to do. You didn't even know the challenge yet. And now, 8 products, 8 pitches, 8 videos later, you're all here. This was an incredibly tight race for the People's Choice Award. In fact, we have a 2-way tie. The 2 winners of the People's Choice Award is tied between, drumroll please, the Sweet Tarts and That One Team. This is time for the announcement of the main award. First place of the 2022 Wichita Make48 event is the L Quadratics with the HydroPal.
We've never done anything quite to this degree together before, so learning to work as a team through a challenge like this while still bringing our individual strengths to it was so rewarding, and to actually come out with this beautiful trophy at the end of it is just so rewarding. We're so grateful to be a part of this.
I was outside taking a break. Somebody else talking to a fella, and he said, well, we never talk, we never get out. I said, now you got a place to go.
We came in to create something and build something. We didn't realize the kind of impact that it would have, and so that was really neat.
It was much more learning than we thought there would be.
Absolutely.
This has been one of the most amazing experiences we've ever been a part of, and we're just really, really blessed by it. Thank you all for your contributions and your help.